At what point does a first-person shooter become a hack and slash? I would call this more of a hack and slash than other games, to be honest. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Cloud Gaming Extreme channel. Today, Back 4 Blood is available on Xbox Cloud Gaming, or Xcloud, or whatever you want to call it. Officially, it is Xbox Cloud Gaming now, so we do try to push that name. As you can see here, we're actually in the browser, and for once I actually got my Bluetooth controller set up, so I'm using the Xbox Series X controller via Bluetooth on my PC, and what a pain that was to set up. For anybody who does want to use their Xbox Series X controller on PC, make sure you unpair it from any other Bluetooth devices that may be in the vicinity, within 20 meters basically, otherwise you will have issues. However, once it was set up, to my surprise, as I've usually had issues with Bluetooth controllers with Xcloud, I had very little input latency. There was a very minor amount which you could notice in the initial sections, but other than that it was absolutely fine. Now Back 4 Blood, unfortunately I still have an issue with bots. Most of my first game that I joined was a random players team, but the game ended quite quickly, and then when it moved on to the next section they all left, and for the whole next section all I had was bots. And they're pretty good for the most part, but sometimes they can be incredibly dumb. As you can see here, we're all pretty much dead, and the bot is just stood there looking at us. They did eventually res us, but it was a bit weird just looking at a bot with no enemies around, just kind of staring at you and telling you to stop lying around instead of actually resing us. Now, one thing to note, I do think it's only one or two of the classes that can actually res, as the character I chose didn't seem to be able to res anybody when they were downed, so do bear that in mind. As you could see, the browser version there was looking extremely good, and just for a little comparison, we've got the Xbox Cloud Gaming PC version in Edge on the left here, and the Xbox PC app Cloud Gaming on the right. So I did notice a bit of an increase in the quality when I switched over to the Xbox PC app, but no difference in the input latency on the Bluetooth controller. So there was a bit of a graphics bump, which was nice, and I do prefer to use the Xbox PC app for this. However, you do need to start the game either in the browser or the Cloud Gaming app first, as for some reason in the PC app, Back 4 Blood is not showing up under the Cloud Gaming section yet, so you need to launch it somewhere else so that you can use it in the jump back in section. As we go full screen then with the actual PC app, you can see again no issue with the latency on the controller, probably 10-20 milliseconds delay if that, so you get used to it quite quickly. But other than that, it's extremely responsive. Back 4 Blood in general is a very repetitive game. It's not my favourite genre of game, as it is just killing lots of really easy enemies and with the occasional boss fight in between. And if you do have only bots, it does get very laborious, as they just run around shouting things at you and dropping ammo. So it does help you out, but it does become a little bit boring and repetitive in my eyes. But if this is the genre for you, then it is an excellent game to play on Xbox Cloud Gaming. As you can see, there's no artifacting, there's no screen tearing, the quality is absolutely fantastic, and the load times are absolutely spot on. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be diving into Back 4 Blood and how good Bluetooth controllers have been for you recently. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with all things Cloud Gaming, and we will see you next time.